Hey guys, welcome to episode number 488. Today is Monday, so it's Update Monday, and today I wanted to unbox a Universal Rocks 90-gallon crevice style aquarium background. Now, if you watched my video a couple weeks ago, you saw that I'm setting up a new 90-gallon tank at my office, at my work, and in the process of doing so, I wanted to include a Universal Rocks background. If you've seen my videos in the past, you'll also know that Universal Rocks has been a sponsor of my aquarium box, and I think they're making some really cool products that more aquarium hobbyists should be trying out. So I wanted to put a full-size background to the test for the first time, and so I thought going with a 90-gallon background would look absolutely stunning, and so that's what I've done. As you can see, it ships in a large cardboard box, and essentially all you need to do is pull it out of the box, flatten it out, and you're in business. As you can see here, we've got some realistic rock-like details. In fact, these backgrounds are created by first taking a cast of an actual rock background and then using that as a mold for this resin material. And as you'll see on the back, you can actually see what that resin looks like. It's basically, it feels like a plasticky substance, but on the front we do have quite a bit of rock-like detail and even the texture of real rock on the background itself. So there are two things that I need to do before I put this in the aquarium. Actually three. The first is to get this flat. So what I'm going to want to do is bring this inside and just sort of put a couple books on it so that it flattens itself back out. It is sort of pliable, so it can ship bent, but obviously if I'm going to go install this, I want it to be as flat as possible. Second thing is I need to wash this with water just to get any of the loose particles off the surface of this so that they don't come off in the aquarium itself. And then third, I might need to trim this a little bit on the edges when I go to put it in the aquarium itself, but we're going to save that for a little while longer, and for now we're just going to get this thing flattened out and get it washed off. So let's go do that. Alright, and here you can see our 3D background is now washed. This also gives you probably a pretty good sense for what it's going to look like when it's underwater now that it's wet. Interesting thing to note that all of these are basically, in a way, hand painted because the coloring is added you know, by a person by hand when they're making it. So even though these come from the same mold, they're all different sizes, they're all different shapes, and they are colored when they are created. So each one is in fact unique, which is pretty cool. One other thing to note is they did provide these little PVC rings essentially, and I believe those are used on the top. You either attach it to the frame of your tank or you attach it to the top of the background, and that helps to hold it in place. And then on the bottom you just need to brush your substrate against it, and that will hold it in place on the bottom. I believe it does float, but it's not super lightweight, so it probably doesn't have a whole lot of buoyancy to it, which means as long as it's a real tight fit and you use the clips that are included on the top and you use substrate on the bottom, it should stay in place just fine without needing to be sealed to the back with silicone or anything like that. So that's the background. I'm gonna let it dry out. This is what it looks like once it's dry, and once it's flat, I will bring it to the office and we will install it.